Every day is something different. It's a new and exciting experience. Have you ever seen the show? It's on the Science Channel, How It's Made, where they might take you through an assembly line where they're building cars, or they might be making plastic cups or golf balls or whatever it is. I get to see that on a daily basis, and I get to walk through those operations and see. It's fascinating to see what people are doing and what they're creating and what they're making. I've been to distribution centers like Amazon, and I've seen shelves, I've seen racks that have product and how they store them and ship them out. I'm talking about people who make stuff, and it's so incredible to watch the process of all these different products and how they're made. So that's a really cool aspect of my job that I get to see on a daily basis. And every day is something different. I'm going to answer that literally. I used to love falling asleep to the rain. Okay. If there was a storm, the louder it was, the better I slept. Then I started managing properties. And when it rained, all I could think about was, how many calls am I going to get in the morning about a roof leak? Or how many calls am I going to get about a flooded dock drain? Oh boy, this is going to keep me up. After a few months, I got used to it and it doesn't quite bother me so much anymore. But putting out fires used to be very stressful to me. Now I sleep like a baby. Now I don't have any problems at all. So I'd like to think that I'm experienced in this business, even though I've only been in it for about 2.5 years. I feel like with Joel's help, I've squeezed about 10 years worth of experience into 2 years. I take great satisfaction first thing in the morning in tending to my tenants' needs and making sure they're happy, making sure my contractors are happy. Um, that is an important start to my day. I feel very satisfied when my everybody around me is happy. Okay. Then I spend a lot of time on the phone, cold calling, looking at different buildings, talking to brokers, and then after that, it's more focus on our business and what I need to do from a brokerage, from a leasing standpoint, from documentation, or talking with Joel and Austin about moving our business in the right direction. So from a work standpoint, those are that's how I separate my day, okay, into those thirds. We have a building in Franklin Park. It's 90 plus thousand square feet. It's got a big barrel roof, and you walk in and you have to put on a hard hat and goggles. It's located right across from the train yard, and the airport's just on the other side. And you walk inside, and there's huge cranes that are lifting up spools of steel and moving them to uh, another crane that lifts it up and puts it on like a flatbed that runs across a rail, literally a railroad that runs across the warehouse. And there's big machines that are stamping and processing these big spools of steel. And you get inside and you feel like, wow, this is the flavor of industrial real estate. Being inside a building like this is cool. And I mentioned it before, but seeing um, operations like that and seeing somebody might be making a food product, or somebody, we have a tenant who brings in volunteers and they pack boxes of food to ship to third world countries to feed starving children. Every time I visit a building, it's something new and exciting. And that's what I like about it. Having, I would say, putting together the documentation and the paperwork for our deals and for our business. I crave that action, and I like that action, and sitting at my desk and putting together files and every deal needs to have the language done right. And if you make mistakes, that mistake's going to come back to haunt you. Documents like our PPM, 100-page PPM, or having to go over leases and make sure the language is right. And any of that kind of paperwork. The relationships, man. I'm telling you, it's getting to know people, building that trust, building that bond, uh, knowing that people are going to respond well to you and like you, and having a genuine interest in other people, and being open and opening yourself up to people and say, let me share my story and you can share your story and we'll develop a nice rapport.